Hey, what's up, nerds? My name is Trogdor, and I've got another Pokemon game for you. We are in the 4th week of the NSTL. I am going up against Jack, the Donphanatic, and his Norwich Skitty. If you did not see my team builder, please go check that out. I went in depth as to why I brought the squad that I'm bringing. I also went over a little bit of Jack's team and kind of what I thought he was going to be bringing. And yeah, he's got a super scary team, like Celesteela, Nihilego, Landorus, Therian. He's also got some like insane wall cores with Amoonguss, Slowbro, Audino. Mega Altaria can be a huge offensive threat or defensive threat. He's also got the Rotom H, Ribombee. I wasn't so certain about those two mons, but as you can see here, he did in fact bring the Ribombee. The rest of his team is exactly what I was expecting. I'm expecting that Altaria to be like physically defensive with Hyper Voice and Fire Blast or Hyper Voice and Earthquake. I'm expecting that Ribombee to be a Scarf because so he can outspeed stuff. That Slowbro is just going to be the switch in for Cloyster and possibly Hariyama trying to get some Toxics off. And I'm betting that Landorus is going to be a the Flying Z, like Supersonic Sky Strike, and maybe a Rock Sleet. And then Celesteela is just going to be an annoying crap stuff. Yeah, Celesteela is going to be fun to play against, obviously. So yeah, I'm well prepared for this team, obviously, but it's still going to be super tough. That the Ribombee, again, I wasn't expecting. But yeah, I think I can play around it because if it's set up, I can haze with Cofagrigus. I've got Bullet Punch on Hariyama. If it's, I can most likely outspeed it with Bulu and go for a Rock Tomb to ruin its day. So let's get on into it. I am, of course, going to lead with my Cloyster to get up some spikes. I can scare most things out, except for Slowbro, but Slowbro I can, set up 2 layers of spikes. If he leads with Altaria or Landorus, they are going to be scared of the Ice Shard, and who knows, he could think that I've got like Rock Blast and Icicle Spear, so that would take down Ribombee, but obviously I'm running not Skill Link, I've got Overcoat, but Amoonguss isn't here, so that's not really going to be useful. Anyway, let's start off. Yeah, I lead Cloyster, and as expected, well, I didn't really expect it, but he went for Altaria. He probably wants to get the Mega Evolution up as soon as possible. So I'm obviously going to expect him to switch right now because Cloyster will just like take this thing down and I won't get a chance to like go for a Dragon Dance or any other sort of setup. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my spikes out. So he switches out and that's kind of huge. You'll see later. As expected, Slowbro switches in, but I'm prepared for that. I got up my layer of spike. So unless he's running a Defog Landorus or Defog Altaria, that is there to stay, which is great for me because it'll be easier for Latias to clean up. And if I'm able to get up a layer of rocks, well, there's no layers of rocks, there's just one rock with Heatran, that'll be great for me as well. So I'm gonna switch into my Bulu because I can destroy it with Woodhammer. He Toxics me, which is unfortunate. I could have swapped into Hariyama there. As expected, Celesteela comes in, and that just does nothing, like not even 20%. So I calc this, it's mixed defense Celesteela, so I'm guessing he's got no offensive investment, so it's just going to be a really annoying, hard to take down thing. Assuming it's like, mixed match, I think Latias can 2-hit KO, but everything else is going to be struggling with this. So, yeah. Bulu's poisoned, which is unfortunate, but yeah, I can deal with that. So Latias comes in as he goes for a sub. So I'm guessing, yeah, I don't know how many offensive moves he has. So I break this up easily as he misses a Leech Seed. So that made me think for a second. So obviously I could go for Thunderbolt again, but he's got some easy switches for Thunderbolt in Landorus. So I didn't reveal any item because of course I'm Expert Belt. So he could be thinking like, oh, I might be Choice Specs or Choice Scarf. So I thought Landorus would be an easy switch for him to get some momentum if I went for a Thunderbolt. So I tried to go for an Ice Beam right here, but unfortunately he stays in. That still does a decent chunk, and he's able to get a Leech Seed off. But had I gone for a Thunderbolt right there, Celesteela would be gone now. So I go into Kofagragus because I mentioned in my team builder, I could eat any hit he wants to go for, but this is obviously looking like not offensive at all. So it's just going to be subbing and leech seeding, and he revealed the protect earlier, so he's got one move. This would have been some fantastic taunt bait. Anyway, I'm going to see how much Shadow Ball can do. It doesn't break the sub, but I really need to get that sub out of there before I'm switching out, and I don't want to stay leech seeded because that'll really limit how useful Kofagragus is. So I switch into my Heatran. I'm assuming that he cannot touch Heatran at all, so I'm going to go for the Lava Plume to break the sub, and Leech Seed is just like, wow, that's what makes Celesteela such an annoying mon. It can just Leech Seed everything. So he's going to protect us. I'm going to try to Lava Plume again. Hopefully, like, it's a good snagging the burn, but he's just getting so much HP back all the time. Slowbro is an easy switch for him. Unfortunately, I don't get the burn here, but I believe I can get rocks for free now. No, first I switch into Hariyama because, yeah, I can tank any hit. So with Hariyama, obviously I've got the knockoff, which can do some damage to Slowbro, so that's going to be scary for him because leftovers are like super important. But as I mentioned in my team builder, Altaria is not in the mega form yet. Landorus is still there, and anything except Slowbro will not appreciate an Ice Punch. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, because it's been my plan. So as much as knockoff would hurt the Slowbro, and if he stays in, likely it'll just be to either go for a Toxic or try to fish for a burn with Scald, which I would actually appreciate either of those. As I said, I am Guts, but with an Assault Vest because I needed that AV. So yeah, I'm going to go for Ice Punch here as he switches the Altaria. And I Ice Punch and it Oatkos it, like clean 100% damage. And that was fantastic because Jack told me later on it was going to be like a Cotton Guard Roost set, which I would have had a lot of trouble with. But it goes down in one clean shot with Ice Punch. So that plan worked. I'm super happy about that. So Landorus comes in. Obviously, I'm scared of a Supersonic Sky Strike, so I go straight into Kofagragus. As he U-turns, that does like 3 damage to me. So now he goes into Ribombee. I have the Haze, but so if it tries to set up on me, I can get rid of it easily. But I'm just going to see how much Shadow Ball does to it in case it tries to just go straight for damage. But I'm actually in a pretty favorable matchup with Kofagragus at the moment. So yeah, he decides to go for a Quiver Dance, which, yeah, that's actually great for me because I do have the Haze. Because right now, looking at my team and what he's got, if he got to like +2 or +3, that would have just destroyed my entire team. So if I didn't have Haze, I basically would lose right here. So I'm just gonna neutralize this threat. As he goes for a second Quiver Dance, loses all of his stats, so now he knows that he cannot set up in front of my face. I'm gonna go into Heatran because I can basically like eat any hit, and that Moonblast does like -3 damage. And yeah, Slowbro is an easy switch for Heatran. Lava Plume is an obvious choice for me right there. And I believe now I'm able to get my rock. No, now I'm gonna go for a Toxic. He goes for a Toxic. I don't know why. I'm just predicting something else, but yeah, I get my rocks for free finally, as Scald does a pretty good chunk of damage. Luckily I'm really spit def, so I'm able to stick around. So Hariyama comes in. He doesn't get the burn, which, you know, I would have come in handy. I could have killed it right there with my knockoff, but he's still fishing for the burn. But it goes down to toxic damage, so Heatran gets that kill. Landorus comes in again. I'm going to try to Ice Punch it this time, just to see, like, you know, what I can do. But Celesteela is the obvious switch for me, and that's just super annoying for my Hariyama. I'm getting weakened. I'm leech seeded. All my stats are lower. This is just not a favorable matchup, and I'm not going to win it. But Latias can... I've basically figured out that it can't touch my Latias except for, like, leech seeding me, as it does now. But with the health that it's at, I can easily clean it with Thunderbolt. So Latias taking down Celesteela. Super glad that it's gone. And Ribombee comes out, takes a lot of damage from hazards, and luckily I am able to live that Moonblast. I mean, I'm gonna go down to the leech seed anyway, but living that Moonblast, I'm able to like get some good damage on Rabambi before I go down to Leech Seed. So now I am up now I'm up 5-3, and it's looking like a very favorable match for me right now. If I'm able to play safely, and it really depends on that Nihilego set. As I mentioned, it could be Scarf. Latias is down, so I'm not able to outspeed it. Well, no, I wouldn't be able to outspeed it anyway, so if it's Scarf, I'd have to play around it very carefully, and Latias going down makes it even more threatening if it isn't Scarf, because now it outspeeds. But I've still got priority in Cloyster and Hariyama. I've still got Scarf Bulu. Heatran's pretty weak, so yeah, I gotta play carefully now. I go for the Ice Shard, taking down Rabambi, which is great. Cloyster is putting in the work, and Rabambi comes in. So, I go into Heatran because I'm low. It's not going to be doing anything, and he goes for the Power Gem. Gets the Beast Boost, that's scary, but right here he goes for the doesn't go for the Black Sludge. Reveals that he is not, in fact, Scarf. Black Sludge recovery. So, looking back, I don't know why I switched into Heatran when Bulu would have been able to outspeed and Oko with the Zen Headbutt or Wood Hammer, but I figured like, oh, I can get some damage with Bullet Punch and then clean it with Cloyster. But yeah, right here I'm going for an unnecessary play with Hariyama. Go for the Bullet Punch that obviously doesn't kill, and he's able to take me out with a Power Gem. I think both those crits both hits with Power Gem were both crits against Heatran and Hariyama, but I don't think either of them mattered at all. So yeah, I'm still, yeah. So now I go into Tapu Bulu with my Scarf, and Wood Hammer is just a clean KO, and he's only got Landorus left, which is fantastic for me because no matter what, I'll be able to beat it with Cloyster. So I go for Wood Hammer. It doesn't take me out. Intimidate, kind of unfortunate. He goes for a Fly here. I don't know why he wouldn't just use his Z move if he had it, but I guess to whittle me down with Toxic. But Landorus takes down Tapu Bulu, and then Cloyster takes out Landorus. So we got a 2-0 win here, and I'm obviously happy about that. I've got a neutral differential. Well, I'm 2-2. I'm still -2, and Jack is 2-2 +7. So he's really got me in differential, but we're tied in our record. This was a fantastic game, so definitely good game, Jack. Like, your team was super scary. I obviously put in a lot of prep for it. I'm happy that I played well for once. Like the last two games, I was not happy with the way that I played, so I'm happy that I played well. Obviously, Jack, you played well too. That Celesteela set was gross, and if Altaria had been able to stick around, that would have been gross for me to face as well. Yeah, he told me later that he was like Cotton Guard, Roost, and that would have just stalled out my entire team. I think my Heatran set might have worked, or Cofagrigus, but I can only haze so many times, and he can just Hyper Voice, and it would have been a stall fest if Altaria had stuck around. So that was definitely fantastic prep for him. Nihilego not being Scarf was kind of confusing because Latias outspeeds everything unboosted, Manectric outspeeds everything unboosted, so I was a bit curious about that, but in the end it did work out better for him. He was able to do potentially more damage that way, saving it until my threats are gone. So great game to Jack. Definitely go check out his side of the battle. I don't know why you would come to my channel if you haven't seen his channel anyway, so there's no need for me to plug that, but do it anyway because you'll see his perspective of it. It's it's great to see both perspectives of the game, and yeah, I've got all the other coaches linked in the description. This was a really fantastic week for battle, so go check them out. Yeah, go follow the NSTL Twitter, my Twitter as well. It's more up to date than YouTube, and please subscribe to the channel because I'm having a lot of fun making this content, and I really want people to enjoy it. Give the video a big thumbs up, and And yeah, stay tuned for more stuff. I've just started another league as well, so I might be doing like a draft analysis video. I don't know if I'm going to be doing team builders for that or uploading as regularly, but yeah, there's going to be more content coming this way. If you're enjoying these battles, then yeah, stay tuned for more. So now I'm going to get up on out of here. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Good game to Jack, and I'll see everyone later. Bye-bye.